All right. The next question is how or what morning routine do you guys do that you guys feel like impacts like your day the most? Like, is there something that you guys do on like a morning, daily basis, or just daily throughout the day, at night, in the morning, or throughout the day that you feel like I'm doing this because it's a habit, but it's also I know it's benefiting me or impacting me?
I think the first thing that comes to mind for me is my drive to work, like whatever I'm listening to. Like whatever I'm listening to definitely has an impact for the rest of my day. Or maybe the morning, but I feel like your morning in general sets the precedent for the day, like if it's going to be a productive one or not.
Right.
But like, I mean, it depends. Sometimes I'll be listening to a podcast. Sometimes I'll be listening to like an audiobook. I'll be reading.
Reading while driving. We don't condone that.
Or just, like whatever. Like it's something that's entertaining or news, like trying to get an update on like a situation, like something like that. Like that is always my drive. Like before I actually take off, I'm pulling up YouTube and like finding something to like for my drive, like because my drive's maybe 20-25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So like it's a good chunk of time, and like once I get to work, like yeah, like I've already had that time, I guess. That's for me.
Danny?
I don't know. There's so like I can see it in different ways. Like physically, like I have like a skincare routine that I do. So like that obviously like benefits my skin and stuff, and like that'll like honestly it helps like like I guess in a sense like self-esteem too. Like if you see like you have a clear face, like you're feeling good, like you're feeling beautiful, feeling beautiful, like feeling handsome.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So that's like honestly like that helps. Vitamins, vitamins help you feel good throughout the day.
Coffee,
I try to stay away from coffee.
Coffee.
cold brew.
I try to stay away from coffee,
brew.
but coffee does help too.
Protein shake.
But
No, bro.
protein shake.
Licuado.
You got coffee?
El licuado en la mañana.
Not protein shake, it's liquid. Nah,
Choco
Licuado.
Choco bean.
Yeah, that's quick.
for sure.
Plátano.
That also like in the morning, like every day actually, like one of my daily routines is to like talk to my girlfriend, talk to Monica. So,
Oh.
Communication, yeah.
yeah, communication is very very key. Like so it helps.
It's like a form of therapy too.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it
1,000%.
grows our relationship. Brings us each closer every day.
Nice.
So
Yes.
yeah, that's definitely one of my routines.
Nice.
Alex?
Nice. Mine's kind of similar to Jacob's. So when I was well, I mean, right now I have a weird schedule, but when I was working with the Highway Patrol and I was actually working in LA, it was probably like an hour and a half hour drive, like from here to like Glendale.
I didn't know it was that far. Okay.
Yeah, Glendale. So like just with traffic, it was like an hour and a half. I would actually take like, which is a long route, but I would listen to like podcasts. I would get into like the different church podcasts, and like I was like, I got an hour and a half. I might as well like keep myself busy and like thinking or active with.
But did you ever listen to UNFC?
That was before UNFC.
Oh, okay.
That was back in 2019. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was years ago. And I would listen to like transformation podcasts, like Transformation Church, or I would listen to what's another one that was a pretty big, famous mega church. I can't recall
Joel
right now.
Osteen.
Joel Steen's.
I don't know. I don't think it was him.
Transformation is
That's Mike Todd.
Mike
and
Todd.
then-
Yeah.
what's the other guy? Steven Furtick?
Steve Urkel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He also him. And then I don't know. It was just like it was like a service. Like you would be listening to a full on service. And I like that, or when I have long drives, like on Facebook, I'll listen to our church's, services.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm like, this is pretty. Like, if I wasn't there or I wanted to listen to it in Spanish, like I would actually like go onto the app, and then it's all saved in there. So I was just like, okay, let me listen to the services. I don't know. It's just like if I really like the service or if I missed it for whatever reason, like I think just re-listening to it and getting the message really kind of helped me. And then so I also left, or I didn't feel like I was left out from like the service for that week. Stuff like that. I don't know, like trying to get more in touch with my spiritual side with Christ. I think that's a very important thing. We do physical things or mental, but also spiritually. I think it's important to have a strong foundation and also create a routine if possible.
No, that's good because I feel like a lot of people lack that area where they don't do what you're speaking about. They do the healthy version. They do like mentally like preparing themselves for whatever task that they have, but spiritually they don't actually invest into that.
Yeah.
That's always pretty good.
Yeah, I remember when I was working in Tarzana, which is like a 45-minute drive. I would do the same thing. So it was like similar. Like I would put the Bible app on and just like read it. Like it would read it to me. You know,
The
Like,
Bible
like-
Project.
Yeah. So like it would just read it to me and stuff like that. When I was working in OC, and it was an hour and a half in the morning, like 4 in the morning, like having to drive that, dude. Literally, I freaking love you, Monica. Dude, she would stay up, like she would wake up. She changed her routine to mine. Like she would wake up at 3 in the morning, like we'd talk and stuff, and like we would like she kept me up, because otherwise I'd be knocking out. I'd straight up be
While
knocking out.
driving.
Like while driving. So
Wow.
shout out to the most
That's
beautiful girl in the
love.
world. Yeah, them.
Nice.
But yeah.
You got brownie points right there.
Yeah.
I think for me, the one thing that I think helps out the most is, and this is because like years ago, I think when we were working at Junction,
Oh man.
I read
I don't
this
wanna talk
book.
about
I read this book called "Make Your Bed in the Morning."
Oh,
yeah.
I know what you're
Just
talking
make
about.
your
yeah.
bed.
Is that like
And,
it's like a really short book?
It's a short. It's a
read?
super
Yeah.
short book.
Such a good book.
It's a good
Such
book.
good book.
Can I get an
And
audible?
there's a YouTube video or like a kind of like
I
Where he
mean,
gives the speech.
I have the
Yeah.
What was
copy.
the speech that he turned into?
yeah that
Yeah,
general
it's
right
Yeah.
a Navy
admiral sorry
admiral. Made
rear
a
admiral
speech about
It's,
making your
it's a
bed.
really good short read. for
And
sure.
it's a short book.
How short are we talking?
I'll give it to you. I have it downstairs.
Depends how fast you can read, to be honest.
Well, it depends how
It's like
fast
2
Otto
hours
can
for
read
me. I don't know.
What
It's
if you
like-
can't read?
It's like you'll probably knock it out in like 20
It's really short, dude.
20 minutes?
Honestly,
It's short. It's
If
short.
I have it on 2 times,
Oh, I have it physically. I'm talking about reading it physically.
no, that was a book I actually read.
can you record yourself?
Actually
can you read it and record it?
Chapter 1
That actually sounded good.
Yeah.
Make your
should,
bed.
make your bed the end
Can you make like a chola voice?
let me see hold on
You could do it. You could do it. Come on.
Chapter 1 full.
This fool, chapter 1.
Making your bed or what?
or what
or what?
period
Period.
That's good.
all right, all right.
But no, okay. So
yes
I read that book and like, I was just like, I mean, okay, if I could do one thing, just one thing, like,
To this day, I've had, I don't know, subconsciously, it's subconscious now where
you do
I
your best
you do your
something,
bed,
yeah.
right?
yeah
Well, it's not just that, but it's like the point of the book is to build a routine.
Yeah.
And then
You
keep
start,
going,
you start
building up
your
from there.
morning doing, with the routine, doing something. That's like the point of the
Go
book.
to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Well, no, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so it starts off like, okay, just do your bed. Like what you do in the morning, like force yourself to just do your bed. Like it's gonna be super easy. You're gonna knock it out really quick and just do your bed. And if you have a bad day, if you have a good day,
Come home.
if you have like the
Bed's
the
made.
world
Bed
just
is made.
ended, you got fired, everything,
That's
at
the world that
least
did.
you're gonna come home to a done bed.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. Like you completed one
A
thing
sense of
right away,
accomplishment, sense of discipline.
and that's gonna trigger mentally.
Mhm.
If I could do my bed every single morning, what can I do like next? What's my next task?
right.
And like, what's my next task after that?
Discipline.
And like, you just start
determination,
disciplining,
yeah.
like, and you start building these habits of just like, okay, well, I'm gonna do
Exactly.
this every single morning. Okay, I'm gonna do this every single, and then you have this like laundry list of just different things that you just like
Just
put on
building
your-
good habits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're building good
exactly.
habits. Like,
and you start increasing that once you start making other people's beds
You were about to say it.
You were waiting.
close.
You're so close.
Don't
I love how my own
don't just do
don't just
your
do
bed.
your own
Do
bed.
everyone's
Do everybody's
Do everyone's
Go
bed.
to your neighbor's house and do
neighbor's
his
house and
bed.
your bed.
Go to your pastor's house and do his bed.
yeah.
Go to your best friend's house and do his bed, even if he's still sleeping on it.
Get him off his bed and do his bed.
do his
Do his bed.
Wake him up, brush his teeth, and do his bed.
Even if he's not
Your
there,
neighbor has
do
a
his
dog,
bed.
do the dog's
Do the
bed.
dog's
Dog's
bed.
bed.
They don't have a bed, buy him a bed and make the bed.
Buy a bed, invest in a bed company, and start making those beds
Go to
every
Bed
single
Bath and
morning.
Beyond and do all the beds
Correct.
at Bed Bath
Yeah,
and Beyond.
go to
Become
Sears.
the-
Go to
Sears.
Become the employee of the month of making beds that you now go to every single district making every single bed, including your own.
That's deep.
That's not
Amen.
far.
Sorry.
But yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Just doing your bed and then like coming home and be like, okay, I had a horrible day. I don't want to talk to anybody, but at least it's like I'm not coming to a mess of just like chaos.
Here's the thing though. What happens if you do your bed and then like your family members are in your room and then they end up messing up your bed? Like,
It's like when they eat your
you know?
leftovers, you left in the fridge. And you come home and it's
yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna suck, but at the same time, you still started the day off.
He's trying to find like this motivation.
That's another thing that I've been actually challenging Kaz to stay positive or find the bright side.
good.
What about you?
Find the bright
What?
side.
Yeah, throw her
me?
under the bus. Like, that's what I'm telling my wife to do.
No, I do this all the
You lost brownie
time.
points. You lost brownie points. Right there.
I do this all the time. Okay,
Own up to it.
Cut
Own
that
I
up.
do
out.
this
Cut that
all
out,
the
Kaz.
time.
Cut that out.
I know she's gonna edit it out.
Just gonna like AI, like you're like a voiceover, and be like, "My wife is the best."
My wife, it's all generic. My wife is the best, and then that's when I told her, no, I don't want to pay for that. Oh yeah.
So you were going to talk about like how not to let the little things bother you, like when it doesn't go your
Like
way.
the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another
No,
thing
it's-
where
So
it's
you know
like,
what?
It's only greener
It's only-
where you water it.
Exactly.
So what are your
Yeah.
grass?
But
And
what if
do
it's
your bed.
raining?
What are you
on the other
watering?
side? What do you
No,
know?
it's what are you watering? You're not. You're watering the negative or
The
the,
bed.
positive.
You're watering the
bed. You're watering the bed. Stop watering the
Stop
bed.
watering the bed.
Do the bed.
Stop watering it.
Water
Don't water
the
the
grass.
bed. Do the bed. Water the grass.
There you
Cut
go.
the
The grass.
Cut the grass.
Cut the grass too.
Go to the neighbor's house, cut their
And
grass.
then
Now
wet.
take out the weeds.
Start a
You gotta take
business.
out the weeds in life. You know.
Yeah.
It's like,
taking
I don't know,
out things.
create an LLC, and then with that tax, just keep going.
Pyramid scheme right
Pyramid scheme.
now. Invest in beds, invest in grass,
Yeah.
and then
And
start
water.
and water.
and water.
Fake
Because
grass.
everybody needs water.
Every grass.
Everybody do need water.
Yes.
Water is essential. Yeah. It actually is.
Great commodity.
About 75%.
Did you know
of
too
your
much
body.
water is bad?
Yes, people can actually drown
That's
by
crazy.
drinking too much
I thought
water.
it was over. What is it? It drowned?
Overdose, bro.
No way they can drown.
It's called drowning.
Basically,
I thought no. I thought it was like a form of dehydration, like overhydrated.
Overhydration.
you can drink too much
dehydrate
water.
from
No,